These brown butter chocolate chunk walnut cookies are always a hit. I start by whipping up 8 ounces of unsalted, cooled brown butter, measuring out 6 ounces of walnuts to chop. Dry ingredients are 2½ cups of flour, a half cup of which is whole wheat flour, a teaspoon of kosher salt, and a teaspoon of baking soda. To the butter, I add 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar and 3/4 a cup of brown sugar. I like beating up the 2 eggs with a tablespoon of vanilla extract ahead of time and then gradually add it to my butter-sugar mixture. I also scrape down the bowl at regular intervals to make sure that everything's well combined. Then I add the dry ingredients gradually, making sure that I'm not over-mixing, because you don't want a tough cookie. Once that's scraped down and completely blended, I add the chopped walnuts and give them a little bit of a mix. And I prefer using chocolate chunks to chocolate chips in this recipe because I feel like they stand up to the walnuts better. I also withhold a small amount so I can top the cookies before baking. I'm using my 1.5-inch scoop because I want substantial sized cookies. Then I flatten them slightly and put a couple chunks on top. 375 for 10 to 12 minutes. These took every bit of 12. Then allow them to cool on a rack. These are salty, sweet, chocolatey, some bitterness from the walnuts, and some caramel notes from the brown butter. And here's a tip. With any kind of drop cookie, save some dough to scoop on some wax paper and then freeze it. Once the scoops are frozen, I put them in a freezer bag, and then I can bake off fresh cookies whenever I want them. I hope you'll enjoy. Happy baking!